For decades, the debate has raged. Is the .22 LR a serious cartridge or just a plinker's toy? While most shooters dismiss this tiny rimfire round as inadequate for anything beyond target practice, there's a secret world of .22 LR ammunition that performs so well, it challenges everything you thought you knew about this caliber. From ultra-quiet subsonic rounds that eliminate the need for suppressors, to hypervelocity loads that punch way above their weight class, and match-grade ammunition so accurate it's used by Olympic champions, the .22 LR has evolved far beyond its humble beginnings. Today, we're counting down the most impressive .22 LR rounds that prove this little cartridge deserves way more respect than it gets. Number 10. Remington Thunderbolt. Let's start with a classic that every shooter knows. The Remington Thunderbolt high-velocity ammunition has been a staple for target shooters and small game hunters for decades. Those iconic green boxes are everywhere, and for good reason. In a comparative test conducted by Western Outdoor News, Remington Thunderbolt ranked as a close second among various brands tested. The testing revealed a relatively tight 4-round group with one flyer, which could easily be attributed to shooter error. All 5 rounds fired flawlessly during reliability testing. What makes Thunderbolt special isn't groundbreaking technology, it's consistency at an affordable price point. When you're burning through hundreds of rounds at the range, you need ammunition that works without breaking the bank. Remington delivers exactly that. The round uses a standard 40-grain lead bullet pushed to high velocity, making it suitable for both plinking and small game hunting. The beauty of Thunderbolt lies in its availability. While fancy match ammunition comes and goes based on lot availability, you can walk into almost any gun shop and find those green boxes waiting for you. It's the dependable workhorse that keeps shooters coming back, generation after generation. Number 9. Federal Automatch. Moving up our list, we encounter Federal Automatch 40-grain round nose-lead ammunition. This round was specifically optimized for use in semi-automatic firearms, addressing one of the biggest challenges with .22 LR, reliability in semi-autos. Federal Automatch demonstrated impressive consistency. The average velocity measured 1,196 feet per second, with a minimum tested velocity of 1,174 feet per second and maximum of 1,209 feet per second. The standard deviation was just 10.83, indicating excellent velocity consistency shot to shot. But here's where it gets interesting. At 50 yards, Automatch produced an average group size of 0.75 inches. That's match-grade performance at a fraction of the cost. Federal accomplishes this by using 40-grain lead round nose bullets that offer smooth feeding and reliability in semi-automatic platforms. The rounds come packaged in convenient bulk boxes holding 325 loose rounds, perfect for high-volume shooters who want quality without paying premium prices. Federal manufactures this ammunition in the USA using the same quality control processes they apply to their premium lines. When tested in a Taurus TX-22 with a 4.6-inch barrel, Automatch averaged reliable velocities that cycled firearms consistently. For shooters who own finicky semi-automatic .22 pistols or rifles, Automatch often solves cycling issues that plague other budget ammunition. It's the round you grab when you want to actually shoot, rather than constantly clear malfunctions. Number 8. CCI Blazer. CCI Blazer 40-grain lead round nose represents exceptional value in the .22 LR market. Blazer is often associated with great value and respectable performance, a reputation it has earned through decades of reliable service. The Blazer line delivers dependable performance for plinking and extended range sessions at prices that won't make you wince every time you pull the trigger. At approximately 7 cents per round, it occupies that sweet spot between ultra-cheap bulk ammunition and premium offerings. However, there's a caveat. Some shooters report that Blazer can be somewhat picky with certain firearms, especially semi-automatics. but if it works reliably in your guns, it's an excellent budget-friendly option that allows you to shoot more for less money. The key is testing it in your specific firearm before committing to bulk purchases. CCI's reputation for reliable rimfire primers carries over to the Blazer line. While it doesn't claim to be match-grade ammunition, Blazer offers accuracy that's more than adequate for recreational shooting, informal competitions, and training. The 40-grain lead-round nose bullet provides good penetration and sufficient energy for small game hunting at reasonable distances. For new shooters building their skills or experienced marksmen maintaining proficiency without draining their wallet, CCI Blazer delivers exactly what's needed: reliable ignition, consistent performance, and affordability. Number 7. Winchester Super X. Winchester Super X represents one of the favorite lines of hunting ammunition among experienced shooters. For years, this round has maintained a reputation for consistency and proven results on squirrels, rabbits, and other small game. The 40-grain hollow point design is dead average for .22 LR, but it's the execution that matters. Winchester Super X has the highest muzzle velocity and muzzle energy on many comparative lists of .22 LR ammunition. This extra power translates to flatter trajectory and more energy delivered on target. Winchester ammunition typically delivers actual velocities that are reasonably close to advertised specifications. When testing multiple loads across 3 different rifles, the average difference in advertised and actual velocities was only 33 feet per second, with a variance range of just 12 frames per second. This consistency means shooters can trust the ballistic data provided by the manufacturer. The hollow point design of Super X is simple yet effective. While it won't expand as dramatically as some specialized defensive loads, it provides reliable terminal performance on small game. The design focuses on creating a clean, humane kill through proper shot placement and sufficient energy transfer. For hunters who need a round that works equally well on cottontails at 25 yards or squirrels at 50, Winchester Super X delivers. The combination of velocity, energy, and proven terminal performance makes it a go-to choice for small game hunters across North America. Number 6. Aguila Super Colibri. Now we enter territory most shooters never explore. The Aguila Super Colibri is ultra-quiet ammunition that eliminates the trouble and investment of using a suppressor. This specialized powderless round is incredibly quiet. In fact, it's recognized around the world as simply the quietest .22 LR ammunition available. The Colibri and Super Colibri are primer-powered only, with no gunpowder charge. The Super Colibri uses a 20-grain lead bullet, traveling at approximately 590 feet per second. The Colibri's low velocity is eerily quiet. When fired through a suppressed Ruger 1022, the bullet impacting steel is louder than the shot itself. However, the Super Colibri comes with significant limitations. It's designed specifically for bolt action or revolver platforms. The primer power alone cannot cycle a semi-automatic action. Additionally, the low velocity creates substantial trajectory drop, approximately 2 feet at 50 yards. Accuracy at distance is challenging due to the light bullet weight and slow velocity not stabilizing well in standard .22 rifle twist rates. But for close-range pest control where noise is a concern, backyard plinking, or introducing young shooters to firearms with minimal report and recoil, nothing compares to the Aguila Colibri series. Number 5. CCI Standard Velocity. The CCI Standard Velocity 40-grain lead-round nose represents the gold standard for subsonic .22 LR ammunition. This load has earned legendary status among rimfire enthusiasts for its combination of accuracy, reliability, and versatility. CCI SV seems to be a great all-around pick for price trots performance for anything less than maximum accuracy match type work. One shooter reported achieving groups with 10 shots touching in a dime at 50 yards with their rifle. The round uses a 40-grain lead-round nose bullet traveling at subsonic speeds, typically around 1,070 feet per second. Because it remains subsonic, CCI Standard Velocity is an excellent choice for suppressor use. There's no supersonic crack to give away your position. The consistency that CCI builds into this ammunition is remarkable, with velocity variations typically staying within tight tolerances. In extensive testing across multiple firearms, CCI standard velocity demonstrates exceptional reliability. Many shooters who experience issues with other brands find that CCI-SV cycles their firearms flawlessly. The round works equally well in bolt-action rifles, semi-automatic rifles, revolvers, and most semi-automatic pistols. The ammunition is available in bulk packaging of 500-round bricks, making it economical for high-volume shooters. At approximately 9 cents per round, it costs more than bulk pack ammunition, but delivers significantly better performance and reliability. For shooters seeking a single 22 LR load that performs well across multiple applications, target shooting, small game hunting, plinking, and suppressed shooting, CCI standard velocity is tough to beat. Number 4. Elite Club and SK Rifle Match. We're now entering the realm of true match-grade ammunition. Elite Club and SK Rifle Match represent mid-tier match ammunition that delivers exceptional accuracy at more accessible price points than top-tier competition loads. The round provides consistent accuracy that competitive shooters can depend on. SK Rifle Match, manufactured in Germany, offers precision that rivals much more expensive ammunition. Testing facilities that specialize in matching ammunition to specific barrels consistently find SK Rifle Match produces impressive results. While its dispersion rates may fall short of Lapua's Center X, many shooters achieve great success with SK at about half the cost. Both Elite Club and SK Rifle Match use 40-grain lubricated lead bullets, traveling at velocities optimized for accuracy. The consistency from round to round, both in velocity and bullet construction, is what separates these from standard ammunition. Each cartridge is manufactured with meticulous attention to detail, ensuring the bullet seating depth, case length, and propellant charge remain consistent. For NRL 22 competitors, precision rifle shooters, and bench rest enthusiasts who want match-grade performance without spending $0.50 to $0.80 per round, these mid-tier offerings provide outstanding value. They allow shooters to compete at a high level while still having budget left for practice ammunition. Number 3. CCI Velocitor. The CCI Velocitor 40-grain hollow point represents the bridge between standard high-velocity ammunition and true hypervelocity loads. This round is primarily marketed as a varmint hunting cartridge that delivers approximately 200 feet per second, more velocity than average high-velocity cartridges. Testing by the Firearm blog revealed that Velocitor achieves its advertised 1,400 feet per second muzzle velocity through a 24-inch barrel. While not ideally suited for self-defense from short barrels, where it underperforms compared to loads specifically designed for compact firearms, the Velocitor shines in rifle-length applications. When fired from a Ruger 10-22 carbine, the Velocitor demonstrated impressive terminal performance, expanding larger and also penetrating deeper than any of the punch rounds did through the same medium. This combination of expansion and penetration makes it excellent for varmint control and small game hunting. The heavier 40-grain projectile retains velocity better than lighter bullets at distance. While Federal Punch can deliver energy up front, it bleeds off velocity rapidly. The Velocitor requires a longer barrel to reach peak velocity, but once it does, it delivers greater expansion and penetration simultaneously. For hunters pursuing groundhogs, prairie dogs, coyotes at close range, or any varmint requiring quick dispatch, the Velocitor provides the performance needed. One shooter documented using Velocitor to humanely harvest a wild pig at 100 yards with proper shot placement, demonstrating the round's capability when used within its effective range. The CCI Velocitor proves that the 22 LR, when loaded to its potential and used appropriately, can handle tasks that many shooters believe require larger calibers. Number 2. Federal Punch and CCI Stinger. At number 2, We have a tie between two legendary rounds specifically engineered to push the .22 LR to its absolute limits: Federal Punch and CCI Stinger. Federal Punch .22 LR was introduced in 2021 as the first .22 LR ammunition designed expressly for self-defense in modern times. The round uses a first-of-its-kind 29-grain nickel-plated flat-nose bullet pushed at maximum velocities to achieve the deepest penetration through short-barrel handguns. Federal Punch is designed for penetration rather than expansion. In factory testing, the bullet penetrated 13.75 inches in 10% ballistic gelatin. From a 2-inch barrel, Federal advertises 1,070 feet per second, and testing with a Smith & Wesson Model 43C yielded an average velocity of 1,196 feet per second, exceeding the advertised specification. The flat-nose design maintains a straighter trajectory and reduces the risk of tumbling, ensuring consistent penetration. The nickel-plated case offers improved corrosion resistance and smoother extraction. For those who choose .22 LR for personal protection due to recoil sensitivity or firearm limitations, Federal Punch represents the best option available. CCI Stinger, introduced in 1975, was the first attempt to push the power factor of the .22 LR even further. The 32-grain copper-plated hollow point reaches advertised velocities of 1,640 feet per second from rifle-length barrels. The Stinger focuses on expansion rather than straight-line penetration. Testing revealed that while the Federal Punch load has superior penetrating power, the Stinger got adequate penetration and dealt more damage to the blocks than the Federal Punch load. Recovered projectiles showed tumbling through the gelatin, creating larger wound channels. The Stinger also excels at long-range shooting. Most .22 LR high-velocity loads drop 3 to 4 inches at 100 yards, but the Stinger drops only 1.5 to 2 inches and is less affected by wind drift. Number 1. Eley Tenex and Lapua X-Act. At the pinnacle of .22 LR ammunition performance, we find Eley Tenex and Lapua X-Act, the rounds that Olympic champions trust when gold medals are on the line. Eley Tenex is recognized as the world's most consistently accurate .22 LR cartridge. With over 198 years of heritage and experience, Eley combines state-of-the-art machinery with high-speed electronic visual inspection systems and Six Sigma methodologies to produce ammunition that has redefined .22 LR accuracy. The iconic flat-nose projectile of Eley Tenex is aerodynamically superior. As it cuts through the air, the revolutionary design pulls the center of pressure forward, stabilizing the projectile and increasing accuracy at the target. Testing is highly recommended by top shooters worldwide, and the results speak for themselves: 14 out of 18 Olympic medals in shooting sports, and every 2014 world champion won using selected Eley Tenex. Lapua X-Act represents Finnish precision engineering at its finest. Lapua creates the most accurate ammunition possible, but doesn't know until production which moniker each lot will receive. 50-round groups are fired and measured for dispersion. Very little becomes X-Act. It's secured primarily by Olympic shooters and college teams. Testing by Widener's. Shooting demonstrated the capability of top-tier match ammunition. Using a bolt-action rifle with a 16-inch barrel from a bench rest, they aligned shots number 2 and number 3 of Norma Extreme LR-22, a competitor to Tenex and X-Act, in the same hole at 100 yards. This level of precision is what separates Olympic-grade ammunition from everything else. The cost reflects the precision. X-Act runs approximately 80 cents per round, and Tenex isn't far behind. But for competitive shooters where a single shot can mean the difference between victory and defeat, these rounds are worth every penny. So, are these .22 LR rounds actually better than 9mm? Well, that depends entirely on what better means to you. If you're talking about raw power and stopping capability in defensive scenarios, 9mm still wins that fight. Let's be honest about that. But consider this. CCI standard velocity costs about 9 cents per round compared to 25 to 40 cents for 9mm. That means you can shoot nearly 4 times as much for the same money, building fundamentals that transfer to any caliber. Federal Punch demonstrates that modern .22 LR defensive ammunition can achieve penetration depths meeting FBI standards from compact handguns, something that seemed impossible just a few years ago. Ely 10X and Lapua X-Act deliver accuracy that exceeds what most shooters can achieve with any centerfire cartridge. The Aguila Calibri line provides suppressor-free quiet shooting that no 9mm can match, even with the best silencer money can buy. The .22 LR isn't trying to be 9mm, it's doing things that 9mm simply cannot do. Ultra-quiet shooting without suppressors. Match-grade accuracy at a fraction of centerfire costs. Enough rounds in a magazine to practice transition drills all afternoon. And yes, with proper shot placement and the right ammunition, adequate performance for self-defense when larger calibers aren't an option. The secret isn't that .22 LR is better than 9mm in every way. The secret is that modern .22 LR ammunition has evolved into specialized tools that excel in specific roles, sometimes outperforming larger calibers in those particular applications. The next time someone dismisses the .22 LR as just a plinker's caliber, you'll know better. From Olympic precision to defensive capability, from whisper quiet to hypervelocity performance, the humble .22 LR continues to surprise, impress, and yes, in the right applications, exceed what many thought possible.